Godzilla. Nobody knows how to say it. It's Godzilla X.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Godzilla and Kong, a new empire. That's the easiest thing to call it, I guess, is a new empire. It feels tongue-in-cheek to call a kaiju movie over the top, but boy, I don't know if there's any other way to describe this movie.
Bonkers! You know we're going to spoil it. So before we spoil it, I'm going to go ahead and agree with my man here on the fact that, well, we both like the movie. We both like all the Godzilla movies in the MonsterVerse. Bonkers! That is my non-spoiler take. Now get ready. We're in spoiler territory. Welcome back, Mothra. Yes! Woo!
We last saw Mothra sacrificing herself in King of the Monsters to assist
her man
Godzilla in taking care of business against Ghidorah.
Yeah, and he needed all the help he could get.
Mm-hmm. That was a very wonderful reveal when that was showing up.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I never liked Mothra. How dare a giant fluffy ass moth kick the butt of Godzilla? How dare! But in the MonsterVerse, that is the best version of Mothra,
Yes.
ever.
Yes. I think one of my favorite things about the movie, kind of a underline, you don't really think about it until you sat and let it percolate a little bit after you finished. Godzilla is Godzilla in this movie.
Oh my god. Zilla.
So they keep going back and forth between what Kong is doing and what Godzilla are doing to prepare for the latest threat, right?
And let me tell you something. There are reviews. If you're going to watch some reviews, you're going to watch some reviews that are going to say, where's Godzilla in the movie? And Godzilla only shows up in blah, blah. No. Real truth being in the title, they give you enough Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's a way for my wrestling fans. Here's the best way I can describe Godzilla and Kong. King Kong, fuck the racism. King Kong is Hulk Hogan. Godzilla is the Ultimate Warrior. Why does that make sense? Because we can... Fuck the racism. I know he's a racist. Both of them were. We can identify with Hulk Hogan is gonna shake kids' hands and pick up babies. He's gonna talk in a way that you can understand. The Ultimate Warrior is going to talk crazy. He's gonna run to the ring, destroy somebody, and then leave. Probably stand on top of him after he kicks their ass, and then leave.
Yeah.
Godzilla and Kong are the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan. And I love that dynamic because Godzilla is a big freaking atomic lizard.
Yeah.
Okay? He kicks ass. He steps on shit, get out of his way, but you know the job is gonna be done when he's in town. Go for it.
Okay, so coming back to what I was saying with Godzilla, if you've watched any of the previous Godzillas, starting with the latest 2014 that kicked off this, in most all of the movies, he has either lost a fight or been severely wounded and struggled and needed some sort of a power boost or a sidekick or something to overcome what's happening. His is like 5 movies now.
Yeah, I mean,
and in this movie, and it's not a bad thing,
right?
You know,
it was Ghidorah. So
you don't want a bulletproof, superhero. You want someone, whatever.
And I don't know if you know this, but those Mutos, they had the ability to drain Godzilla's.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. All right.
So I mean, there's been elements and well-woven story elements why Godzilla has tried to be the alpha titan in the movie and has struggled or has had to overcome whatever. This movie, he don't care. He don't give 2 shits. Every time he showed up on screen, there was green Titan gore all over him by the end of whatever he was doing. There wasn't this Godzilla needs to limp off and recover bullshit. No.
It was a 1-round knockout. It was Mike Tyson. It was the Ultimate Warrior. It was Goldberg.
Ring the bell and then ring the bell again. It's done.
It's over.
There was one Titan that they kind of hyped up
they tried
towards
to hype
the
him
middle
up.
of the movie that it was one of the strongest Alpha Titans because of where its
Tiamat.
lair was and everything. And Godzilla kicked the door down and
walked in and took his furniture.
Yes. And then hibernated in his living room for a little bit, charging up some more.
Yep.
And then at the climax, he shows up and, again, takes names and throws people around. So
if you are a kaiju and you don't have friends, don't calm,
a lot of friends.
calm. Just stay calm. Calm down. Just how about you know what I'm saying? There's no reason. You step one foot in a city, and that's what's because you remember. Okay, so the big spider thing, still it starts with an S. The name it was romping and stomping through the city, and it's like that damn leg hit the ground, and Godzilla's out. He was like, "What?" And a few minutes later, we had spider guts all over the screen. Godzilla was wonderful.
It wasn't even a few minutes. It was like 45 seconds.
Nope.
They're still talking about who directed the movie underneath everything. I mean, it was fast.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's one of the things I low-key appreciated is that Godzilla got to be Godzilla in this movie.
Right.
Right. And that was fun.
Right.
I
And
enjoyed
we got
that
the
little
emotional
thing.
connection with. We got the emo. Now we got our emotion. I know I got an emotional connection with Godzilla. I don't give a damn what he does. However, for regular people, we got an emotional connection with King Kong for that period of time while Godzilla was just doing his thing. I don't think a lot of people are comparing it to -1. I will. First off, I will say that both movies are good in their own way, even though I personally did not like -1. However, one of those reasons is because it's just another remake of Godzilla 1954, and they just did Shin Godzilla like a few years ago. You mean to tell me you just gonna remake it again? Just gonna do it again, huh? All right, Toho, y'all need to step it up, because over here with the MonsterVerse, we're doing different movies. Okay, now I will say this. You can make as many remakes of 1954 that you want to, and I will pay to see each and every one of them because I love Godzilla movies. However, I'm digging MonsterVerse more right now because they're doing different stuff, and this director,
Has it been the same director in every
for the last two
MonsterVerse
movies, for the
movie?
last
Okay.
two, and he's gonna make, and I just heard he's gonna make the next one if there's a next one.
Okay.
I love you, all right, because I can tell you love Godzilla movies.
Yes.
I just if you feel like calming down just a little bit, I'll be okay with that. Because there's a point in this movie where Godzilla is standing on top of a temple, and that sumbitch jumped off the temple, and I said, please don't let this big motherfucker jump from temple to temple. Because this movie is bonkers, I swear to y'all. Fast and Furious meets...
Who's Hobbs and who's Shaw?
As long as neither one of them is Toretto. The human characters in the MonsterVerse, what they do, their job is to keep us informed on what is going on with the kaiju. Not what's going on in their personal life. And in this one, this was the first time that the human characters... I love the movie. Mm-hmm. They got on my nerves a little bit. This is the first time.
See, I have to disagree on this one. One of my main complaints with the Bayformers movies continuously is how much it centralizes on the human component versus Transformers.
Okay.
And I don't care.
All right.
I go to see a movie for Transformers. Yeah. I'd like to see 80% of it told from the Transformers point of view as if they're the main characters, not Shia LaBeouf being the main character in a Transformers movie. The kaiju movies, the MonsterVerse movies, have done an excellent job of not focusing a whole lot on the humans and making it a movie about humans with kaijus in the background, which is
because
a
like
thing
Shia
that's
LaBeouf
been
was
lost.
trying to get a job, and it was focusing on him trying to get
and his relationship with this girl, and how much interacting with the Transformers is affecting his personal
school
life
and all,
and whether or not he can get this job. I don't care.
And
show me Transformers kicking the crap out of each other.
And to clarify, really, when I say I love the Bay movies, I meant number 1 and the third one I really like.
Yeah. My bar for human sidekicks in a movie not involving humans is really low. So because of that, in all of the Kaijuverse monster movies, I have not had any problems with the human element because it's only there when it's needed for plot driving elements, and then they go back to the monsters beating the crap out of each other. You have the veterinarian.
There we go.
The monster
and,
vet.
oh my God, that dude, the new dude they introduced, he's special.
I liked him.
I liked him too.
You know, even though he's supposed to be like an ex-love interest of the female lead, they don't let that get in the way too much either, which is nice.
It was great.
In a Bayformer movie, he would have proposed while they were fighting in the background, dumb things like
He's
that.
not
So
wrong. I still would watch it.
so anyway,
As long as it's Shia LaBeouf and not Mark Wahlberg. Okay. Now
Anyway, so
the movie itself. All right. So Kong is in Kongland and Hollow Earth, right? He's in Hollow Earth, and he ends up finding little Diddy Kong, or little baby Kong, or whatever. Son of Kong. It's not his son. It's not his son. It's a son of a bitch though, because he is a bastard. All right.
Yeah,
because
he
is a little punk ass. So he finds this little monkey, which obviously is a big monkey, but little to Kong, and the monkey gets Kong into a fight with other monkeys, which Kong didn't even know existed in Hollow Earth. He's just meeting all kinds of people today, right? Mm-hmm. And they all trying to kill him. And I liked that Kong beat that ass.
Oh,
it
wasn't even a fight
because he's King Kong. Even though he's never met, we got new monkeys. Yeah, but they're not King Kong, and I like that. All right. Matter of fact, in the fight where he's fighting 2 or 3 other big apes, he used the little monkey.
It was like 5, and yeah, little monkey tried to join in on the fight, and he turned the monkey into a weapon, and it was like taking the ankle of a toddler and slapping it into other human beings' faces.
That's wrong. But we laughed.
And hilarious.
Yes, we laughed until it was over.
I have children was still hilarious.
And then little monkey leads him to where the rest of the monkeys are. Mm-hmm. And that's where we meet Scar King.
Yes.
This red King Louis. If King Louis got on a diet.
So he's been trapped down there with his monkey subjects looking for a way to get out. I think all he had was a Jungle Book DVD to watch when he was down there. And he just watched King Louis on a loop for millions of years.
When he sees Kong, when he gets up out of his chair, and ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen this movie yet, and if you have, you are laughing with us right now because you know what I'm talking about. That lean, and then that cocked head with the way he looked at Kong. He looked at Kong like, you dirty. I was not looking really forward to this. I made fun of him on social media. I was like, who is this King Louis looking motherfucker? Made fun of him. I take all that shit back. Loved his character. I loved his character though.
I did too. But I thought this going into it, and it held up. He's still the weakest villain
he was
in
a
the
bitch.
kaiju.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but imagine him being weak without that personality, though.
Oh, sure.
I couldn't wait to see him on screen every time. And once I saw him, I wanted him back. I loved him.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't dislike him.
Yeah.
But he's still the weakest opponent. If you're gonna throw an opponent with the combined strength of Kong and Godzilla on the other side of the ring,
what are you doing?
Don't do that.
This movie establishes, hey, the baddest 2 motherfuckers in this movie is Kong and Godzilla. So even though King Louis and his moves were cool and he was doing some shit, Kong got the upper hand on him. Now, how long would that have lasted? We don't know, because King Louis, Scar King, decided once he got hit one good time, well, I'm gonna call out my friend, and he's got a big friend, and Shimu, this big ice dragon thing.
It's like a ice dragon Godzilla. Cool.
It's 4 legs though. It's a quadra.
Another new monster. We're not. This is not a callback to.
A
kaiju from.
This isn't from the Showa era or the Heisei era or the Millennium era. No, it's not.
Yeah. So new reveal of a new monster, and he's got. They don't really establish.
It's a she, by the way.
Yeah. They don't really establish where he got it or what it is, but he's got a crystal remote control.
Scar has a piece, either a piece of it or some sort of thing that it's made out of,
and it's got a psychic connection to her, and he keeps her under control with it.
Yeah, so she's fighting for him under duress. Yes. So we know where this is going, right?
Yeah.
So, Kong has to run away. He hurt his hand because Shimu shot him with the ice breath, and he got frostbite on his hand. Now, I was watching some reviews. talking about, well, okay, oh, they just so happen to have a glove that fit. Y'all saw the Power Glove, right? And they had a glove, and they just happen to have a glove, and this, that, and other. Okay, yeah, that is bonkers. It's bonkers. Okay, they just happen to have a glove, and the only thing really for me that was like made my eyes roll is I'm okay with them having a glove. Why wouldn't he have a glove? And why wouldn't the glove be in Hollow Earth? Because if you're going to make a weapon for Kong, you might as well make it where he lives. You need to test it to see if it fits him and all the other stuff, so you're going to make it where he lives, right? Because I heard some review was talking about, oh, it just happened to be in Hollow Earth. What the fuck else you going to put it? Kong's in Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
But when they were talking about how it just so happens to heal his hand too, I'm with them on that. That was a bit much.
Because they were making it sound like he was moments from death's door because the frostbite was so bad it was poisoning his system or something, and then all of a sudden he gets this glove on and he's 110% again.
It's like the glove is healing him. So.
Yeah, they showed 3 big green vials injecting in him. I guess it heals tissue. They don't really explain what it does. That was the only part where I felt like they really wanted you to suspend your disbelief.
And we came there to do that, so...
Yeah, and to be fair, as bonkers as this movie is, if that's the one nitpick we've got, the movie still did a great job.
And there were people talking about, oh, it just happened to be a right glove for his right hand. And okay, people who say that must be right-handed. Because as a left-handed person, I could absolutely believe that the glove they made would be for a right-handed person. And if I was going to the store to buy the toy... I can believe that I would have to buy a right-handed glove because left-handed people know the struggle. But of course, the glove's going to be right-handed.
Well, but additionally, if they've been monitoring him, they know what hand he leads with. You're going to make... I didn't even think for a second, why is it the right-handed glove?
Me neither.
Whatever it is.
Exactly.
That's the hand he leads with. Yep. So, duh. We know that from him in the last movie, swinging with his axe. He's always got it in his right hand. That's the one he leads with. Why would you make a left-handed glove for a right-handed person?
It's a bad argument. So anyway, we got Scar King riding on top of Shimu, because Shimu is big.
That was
bigger
awesome. Not as big as Godzilla.
Maybe Godzilla's taller, but overall, Shimu is... Yeah, a bigger.
She seemed a little shorter. But yeah.
But, yeah, it didn't help. Godzilla and Kong beat that ass. This was a great tag team match. So many people died.
Oh, Rio de Janeiro does not exist anymore.
Just gone. I know that there are people that say the Monsterverse is trying to be like Marvel and DC, and they're hating on it because of that. Let me tell you something. Godzilla was first. Okay? I don't believe the Marvel Universe predates 1960. Godzilla was... The Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Oh, Cinematic
The Marvel Cinematic Universe does not predate... I'm not talking about the comic. Does not predate 1960. Godzilla had a universe first. The GU. Alright? So...
It's got a very large cast of characters, too. That's why I mentioned a second ago if the new characters we've got in this are actually new or callbacks from a one-shot movie from the 60s.
Right.
We've got... so many more cameo characters to go.
Because honestly, if Toho just keeps remaking 1954, it's not gonna cut it, man. And speaking of Godzilla doing it first, this is just a random thing. Do you know who was the first villain to turn good guy because he became so popular? Because T2. The reason why Schwarzenegger is the hero in that is because at that point, by that time, Schwarzenegger the man was so popular. You couldn't make him a villain.
Yeah.
But Godzilla did it first. Okay? So, long live the king of the monsters, not Kong. Even though he's a badass too.
Each of them stands on its own merits on why it's a great movie. No complaints whatsoever.
Godzilla movie. That's the caveat. Remember that, okay?
Yes, we understand these are Godzilla movies.
Yeah,
Kong's just there for fun.
You grown mother freaking reviewers who don't understand that. All right, when I was a kid and I was watching Godzilla movie, when they would come on, it wasn't my dad running to the TV to see the movie. It was me. So you dads out there who are like, well, these Godzilla movies, yeah, because they ain't for you. Alright? And hey, I'm a grown ass man who also enjoys watching movies that are made for children. Not all of them, because these new Marvel movies I'm not too into, and there are other movies that I'm not going to see the Minions. He will.
You don't want to see Despicable Me?
I'm not doing it. Not doing it. But I make exceptions. All right, and one of them is a big green exception with fuchsia-colored horns on its back. So go see the movie.
Yes.
And that's it from us. Peace.
Peace.